Good morning, guys. So, right after I'm done eating my breakfast, I go ahead and grab my bullet journal and I do any journaling I forgot to do the day before. So, for example, I fill my study tracker and also some other trackers like mood tracker and etc. And I also check if I have any pending activities to do that I didn't finish the day before or the week before. And I grab a sticky note and write everything on it. And I usually put some other activities I want to finish during that specific morning. After I'm done writing, I also put some squares on the side of each task. This way I can tick it off when I'm done. I didn't stick this sticky note on the wall or anywhere I can see, so I stay focused on the tasks I want to accomplish that morning. After putting away my bullet journal, I go ahead and grab all the material I'm going to use this morning, which is going to be my textbook, my pencil case, and my notebook. I usually prefer to start my mornings with easier tasks because I'm still very sleepy or groggy or a little bit tired or even not feeling like studying. So I just go ahead and start a simple task. This way I can get into the movement of studying. Today I decided to make a summary of the subject I'm studying because this is still the beginning of the semester. So yeah, I usually make summaries for each subject I'm taking on the semester. This is vibrations, mechanical vibrations. So I'm just going ahead and putting every part of the content I need to study into the summary. And I do that in a way that I feel motivated to study these topics. So I also put little squares on the side of each topic. This way I can tick them off as I go. I also like to add a little bit of color to each page I make. So my summary has a little bit of purple, which is the color I chose for this specific subject. And why right after I'm done writing everything, I also cut the sides and the top and the bottom of the paper because I'm gonna not glue it but put it into my notebook so it has to fit into a normal page. Once I'm done with the easiest task of the morning, I go ahead and take a 5 to 10 minutes break. I usually try to take a picture of my notes or something like that to post on Instagram, create a story or something like that. I know many people say not to use your phone during breaks, but particularly for me, it doesn't really affect my studying, so I just do it. And after I'm done with the break, I go ahead and grab my materials again and go back into studying. And for this part of my morning, I usually go for a more difficult study session, which doesn't mean that I go with the hardest study session. I usually leave the hardest part of my studies to the afternoon or to the night. So in the morning, I just take it easy because I'm well rested for the rest of the day. Anyway, so I usually read or I take notes on a subject that is not that hard. For example, here I'm just going through the text and annotating things that I think are helpful or that I will need to know. And as you can see, I always put a little bit of color to make my notes look a little bit more interesting and also to highlight certain words that need definition and that I need to remember. I usually study for about 1 to 2 hours in the morning, depending on the day, because Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays I have classes at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I don't really have time to study a lot. At most, I study half an hour on these days, but on Tuesday and Thursdays, I usually study for 2.5 hours. I usually stop studying 1 hour before my classes start, so I have half an hour to get ready and get out, and half an hour to get to college, which usually takes like 20 to 25 minutes to get to college by motorcycle. So I usually stop at that time. That was it, guys. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, make sure to leave your like and also comment down below if you have any questions about my morning routine. I might update this morning routine later on the year, depending on the classes I'll be taking next semester and at the time of the classes. And that was it. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.